Hey everybody, Pete Blank here for this week's edition of Pete's Points. We're going to talk about the Wright Brothers today. The Wright Brothers today. Behind me in this original building is the 1905 Wright Flyer 3. This is one of the original planes that Orville and Wilbur Wright flew from 1905, and it's 80% original, 80% authentic, which is really cool. Well, what in the world does this have to do with you as a leader? Well, I've got three things to share with you about this that's going to help you understand leadership. Number one, do you know that they invented a concept called the warped wing? The warped wing. And what that means is that they realized that stabilization couldn't occur unless the wing was a little bit warped. So it's called the warped wing that helps the stabilization. So the next time somebody at work says, that's a warped idea, or you have a warped sense of humor, you can always say, yeah, but that brings stabilization to the organization. Sometimes it's okay to be warped. Number two, the motor that's on this was created by their friend named Charlie Thomas. And if that's wrong, I'll correct it in the graphics below. Charlie Thomas. This just reminds us that he was a friend of theirs who just lived a few blocks away, and they said, hey, do you want to help us make engines? And he said, yeah, I guess I'll help. A name you don't hear a lot, but this plane would have never gotten off the ground without the help of their friend, of their coworker. So again, even though there are famous people out there, don't forget any of us can add value and make a difference. The third thing I want to share with you is the idea of having a backup plan in place. Having a backup plan in place. Back in 1905, Wilbur Wright was asked to, hey, bring your plane and let's fly around the Hudson River. Let's fly around the Statue of Liberty. Let's fly around New York as kind of a big celebration. And he said, okay. The problem was he didn't know how to swim. And he was afraid of flying down the Hudson River and crashing. So you know what he did, and you may not be able to see this, but right above me, you'll see that he put a canoe on the bottom of his plane as a safety precaution, so that he knew that just in case he crashed, there would be a canoe at the bottom of this plane. So those are your three lessons from the Wright brothers today. Number one, it's okay to be warped. Number two, it's the other people besides those who are super famous who are helping get things done so all of us can play a role in success. And number three, always have a safety plan. Always have a backup plan. Always have a plan B. Great stuff here from the Wright brothers in Dayton, Ohio. If you ever get a chance to come to the Carillon National Park here in Dayton, Ohio, come see this museum. We'll see you next time on Pete's Points.